Alright guys, so today we're going to be working on lateral high knees with return. It's a ladder drill that uses rapid hip flexion along the frontal plane. So we're moving sideways. Each time you want to start with a different lead foot. This is going to work on central stability. It's going to work on, like I said, rapid hip flexion along the frontal plane. And it's going to work on dynamic balance and coordination with the feet. Alright guys, so for our first progression, we're going to just start with basically walking in each step of the ladder, just to kind of get a feel for how wide each step is. We're going to be looking at our feet, and we're going to make sure that we're going to do opposite knees and elbows. We want to make sure that we're not too bent over, but we're not too straight up. We want to be in a dynamic, ready position as we go through it. It's going to look like this. And then we're going to return with both feet out, keeping the center of mass over the hips. Alright guys, so for the second progression, instead of looking at our feet, we're going to look straight ahead. Everything else is the same. So it's going to look something like this. And then we're going to go back.
Okay.
Alright, for the third progression, we're going to speed things up a bit, get our knees up a little bit higher, staying on the balls of our feet with our center of mass over our hips. We're going to go through it much faster, and then both feet are going to come out at the end, and we're going to return back this way. After that, you're going to switch your lead foot to this side. It's going to look like this. Alright guys, so for our final progression, we're going to keep that same high speed with the high knees, except this time on the return at the transition, we're going to do a one-footed plyometric bound as we come back. So we're going to look straight ahead. It's going to look like this.
All right, Chris, so for today we're going to be doing our lateral high knees with a return. So what I want you to do is with your left foot against the ladder, okay? We're going to just walk both feet in each part of the ladder with opposite elbows with your feet. Your knees are going to come up slightly higher than a normal walk, but not all the way to 90 degree. All right, let's begin. You're going to look down at your feet. Good. Good. And back. Good. Both feet out. All right, it looks like you got your elbows a little confused with your feet there. We just want to make sure that we're doing opposite elbow with the knee that's up. All right, Chris, so after we've done the looking at the feet with the walk, you're going to do it without looking, when looking straight ahead. And then we're going to move on to this, which is our third progression. You're going to speed it up a little bit, and your knees are going to come up just a little bit higher than before. And on the transition to the return, you are going to bring both feet out. So let's try this. Keeping the center of mass over the hips. Good. Both feet out and return. All right, great. Okay, Chris, so after you've gotten comfortable with that higher paced ladder drill, now we're going to do our last progression, which is we're going to, on the transition to the return, you are going to do a one-footed plyometric, 1 foot out of the ladder, right back in. Now, I want you to try and keep your center of mass over your hips. It's going to make that one-footed plyometric a bit faster. So let's see how you do. Good. That's great. That's very fast.